Hey guys, it's Rachel, and today I wanted to do a first impression review of the new Maybelline Dream Wonder Fluid Touch Foundation. This is what it looks like. It's in a little bottle like this, and it has a little dropper thing. It's really weird. I don't know how this is supposed to work, because it doesn't look like it'd be very effective for applying foundation or like getting it out of the bottle. So I don't know if I'm going to use that, but I have the shade 60 Sandy Beige, and I think it's going to be too light on me, but it's okay. I'll just like bronze it up a little bit, because a lot of times when I try new foundations and I buy them in a dark shade, I ended up like not using them in the summertime because they oil too quickly. I usually use like my bad foundations in the wintertime, so I thought if anything, it's a little bit too light. I won't mind it at all. And then it also comes with 0.67 fluid ounces, which is less than most foundations come with. Most foundations come with 1 fluid ounce. So, I mean, you are getting less product in here. But again, the product is only $7.99, so it's not like it was that expensive. So, we'll see how this goes. It also has SPF 20 in this foundation. I don't see any claims on the actual bottle itself, so I have nothing to really hold it up to. And I also have heard that it's a dupe for the Giorgio Armani Maestro or something like that foundation. I've never tried that, so I can't really compare it, but just saying and putting it out there that I heard it's a dupe, but I'm not so sure yet. So anyway, the texture of the foundation is very runny from what I can see right now. I did swatch the color and kind of dried to a powder finish. So, yeah, that's all I know about the foundation before I try it. So let me just put up my hair and then we can get started with this first impression. So, I'm going to be applying a primer today just because foundation literally melts off my face in seconds if I don't put a primer on my face. I'm not going to be using a super mattifying, stay in place primer. I'm just using like a basic daily one, nothing too extreme, so I will basically know how the foundation wears. And I have really, really, really oily skin, so just remember that for the foundation review when I talk about it. So I'm going to be using the Lorac Perfection Mattifying Face Primer. I'm just trying to use this primer up. It's not that great. All it basically does is just helps it stay a little bit longer, but doesn't really like provide mattifying. So I will be able to tell if the foundation is good for controlling oil and good for how long it wears, because it really doesn't do anything. I'm just trying to use it up, so yeah. Okay, so I'm going to be applying this foundation on my cheeks with my hand, and then I'm going to try applying it with a flat top brush on the forehead and nose area of my face, just because I want to see how it works with a brush and works with fingers. I think fingers probably work best with this foundation, but we'll see. Also, since it's so watery, make sure you do shake it up really well. The top says to shake it. So, I'm going to shake it up, make sure it's all nice. And this is going to be so messy. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm just going to put the applicator to the side and just take some product from the bottle, so. Oh wait, I should probably zoom you guys in. Hold on. Okay, so as you can see, I do have some acne scars on my nose area and a little bit over my eyebrows. I have dark circles, and yeah, my skin isn't perfect right now. So we'll see how much coverage this has. So it smooths out really nicely onto your skin. The color looks like it's going to match me. It's actually a little bit darker than I thought it was going to be. And it has like a yellow undertone, so that's kind of nice. So I did my cheek area. I'm going to apply a little bit more. So a little went a long way with the foundation. I only like shook the bottle with my finger on top twice. I put it on 2 fingers and applied some. And then I just took a little bit more and just applied it. I didn't apply that much. I only like shook the bottle. I just took whatever product on my fingers and applied it. So it doesn't look like it covered that much. It looks like it covered a little bit. I can definitely tell there's color on my face. My pores look like they usually do. It didn't accentuate my pores or anything. Yeah, it kind of has like a powdery finish when it dries, which is really interesting. And of course it didn't cover up my dark circle. So it really just gave me some color. It looks pretty natural, I would say. It looks a little bit matte finish. Not super matte, but it looks matter than like what natural skin looks like. So now I'm going to try applying it on a brush and seeing if it acts any differently. So I'm going to try to use this. This applicator is really silly. I don't get how it's supposed to work. Come on. Okay. So I put 3 very, very, very tiny minuscule drops onto my brush. So I'm just going to start working on the bottom half. Okay, so that's half my face is done. I did this half of my face. And right off the bat, the color is very yellow tone, which I appreciate because I'm a very yellow tone person. So the shade actually matches me pretty well. I'm happy that I didn't get a darker shade. The finish, as I said before, is kind of matte looking. It didn't provide a lot of coverage. It kind of lightened up my dark spots down here, but it didn't lighten them too much. I'd probably still put a little bit concealer over it. Between applying with a brush and applying with your fingers, it honestly looks the same to me. I really don't see much of a difference. Maybe if I put like a bigger mirror. I really don't see much of a difference from when I use my hands when I use a brush. I have a pimple up here and it's still kind of red even though I put foundation on it. I can still kind of see the redness peeking through. But my skin definitely looks like better overall. It does have a kind of a light coverage to it. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my other half of my face and I'll be right back. Okay, so right off the bat I will say that I do like the foundation. I think it gave pretty good coverage. It isn't like not noticeable. It's definitely, you could tell I'm wearing foundation. It doesn't look like it. But it really blended and melted into my skin really nicely when I use the brush and when I use my hands. The color is really nice. I'm like NC30, almost NC35, and the shade 60 Sandy Beige definitely matches me pretty well, and I'm happy that it has a yellow undertone. The finish, again, is semi-matte. I'm not super dewy, but I'm not like flat either. I kind of just have a very natural finish to my face. It doesn't look cakey or anything. It just looks like I am wearing something, but it doesn't look cakey or super noticeable. What time is it right now? It is about 1 o'clock right now, and my day is basically going to consist of me studying in my very humid house because I don't have any AC on right now, and it's really hot outside. So it is pretty hot, but I'm not like outside going out about. I'm just going to be inside doing homework, studying, and probably editing videos and stuff like that. So I'm going to insert a flash test for you guys, and then I will see you guys at my first update. See ya! Hey guys, so it is about 3 o'clock right now, so it's been about 2 hours since I applied the foundation, and as you can see, I am extremely shiny. My whole face is shiny actually. I thought that since the finish was matte, only my T-zone would be oily, but actually my cheeks are kind of oily. I don't know if you can tell. I didn't put any highlighter on at all because I didn't want to like be confused with if it was highlighter or if it was the foundation. So I didn't put any highlighter on. As you can see, I'm extremely greasy. My face doesn't feel wet yet. Like my cheeks feel set, and so does my forehead, but like my nose feels a little bit greasy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blot my face because if I was like wearing it on an everyday basis, I probably would blot it after about 2 hours because I have really oily skin. The foundation coverage itself is still there, so it's not like it was super oily or anything that it came off my face. It's just like a little bit of grease because I am very oily skinned, so I'm not surprised I need to blot. If you didn't have oily skin, you probably would be fine until this point. So that's how much oil was on my face. That's actually not a lot considering I have really oily skin. Sometimes I have the whole sheet filled with the foundation that can't control oil at all. So I only have half a sheet filled, so it's only half as greasy as some foundations that I own. So right now it looks matte again. And yeah, the foundation coverage is definitely still there. My blush is still there. My contour is still there. So the foundation is still there. It's just that it got a little bit shiny because I have oily skin. So I will check back with you guys in maybe another 2 hours and we'll see where I'm at. Hey guys, so right now it is about 5:11. Those are my friends in the background, don't mind them. But right now it's 5:11, so it's been about 4 hours since I first applied it. And again, my skin is super oily again. So some of the coverage is beginning to fade from my nose area where I am the most oily. My cheeks kind of look okay, so does my forehead. My blush has faded a teensy bit, so I feel like the foundation is finally beginning to wear off. So I'm just going to blot my face again before I continue on with the day. So I'm actually oilier the second time around that I blotted, so the foundation I believe is definitely beginning to break down right now. The coverage is definitely beginning to fade away. It doesn't look patchy or anything. I just think that it's beginning to evenly fade away because I don't see patches on my face. Like my skin looks like one shade still, but it's just that my nose and my chin are beginning to show my dark spots. So I have a pretty good idea of how this foundation is working, but I think I'll leave it on for another hour or two and then I'll come back with my final thoughts. Alright guys, so right now it is 7:10, as you can see on my phone, and I'm here to do my last check-in. So again, my face got really oily. I don't know if you can tell well on camera or not, but my face again is really oily. I don't know if the camera really picks up how shiny I am right now, but I'm definitely really oily. Like I feel the oil on my face. I'm just gonna blot right now because I'm very uncomfortable with this much oil on my face. As you can see, a lot of oil on my face, like a lot of oil. Ooh, it's like sticking. So my blush and stuff has faded a little bit. I don't know if you could tell because a lot of times the camera doesn't pick up my blush and contour anyway, but it's definitely faded a little bit. The coverage from this middle portion of my face has definitely faded with the oil breakout that I had. My cheeks still look like it's evened out. Like it doesn't look like there has been a lot of fading from that area. It's mainly my T-zone, which I feel like there's been a lot of fading, like right here in this area, because I definitely see my scarring again, like I said earlier in my last update. Overall, I would give this foundation like a B. I think it's just my skin type with this foundation. I thought that this foundation would have a lot of potential because when I first applied it, it kind of went from like a liquid to powder finish, and it really molded onto my skin and melted into my skin and felt and looked really nice. It felt lightweight. It didn't feel like I was wearing a lot of foundation. It looked pretty natural and had like a demi matte finish. So I thought that it'd be able to hold my oil for at least 4 hours before it got really, really greasy. And I do break out in oil, like I'm not gonna lie, I have really oily skin, but I usually don't get that greasy where my whole face is greasy within 2 hours. Usually my T-zone will be greasy within 2 hours and not my whole face. So if you have oily skin, I really wouldn't recommend this because I feel like your face would just get really, really oily. And I put a primer underneath. Granted, I didn't put the most mattifying or long wearing primer on because I didn't want to apply that and then use this foundation because then I wouldn't be able to tell like how it was wearing on its own. So maybe if I used a better primer it would have worked better, but honestly I don't think I would repurchase this or recommend this for people with oily skin just because my whole face got oily, and that usually doesn't happen. It's usually just my T-zone that gets really, really oily within 2 hours and not my whole face. And to have my cheeks break out in that much oil in such a short amount of time is surprising to me. And I haven't been doing very strenuous work today. I am sitting in humid weather because my windows are open, so I definitely have the humidity and the heat kind of in my house, but I'm not like out in the sun or going for a hike or anything. I'm just sitting around studying, so it didn't really hold up that well for what I was doing. I think if you had maybe more normal skin or drier skin, you'd like this a lot better. I did have some dry patches down on my chin due to my like acne treatments and stuff, and I didn't accentuate it that badly. Like you could tell a little bit that it was dry, but it might just be my fault because I didn't moisturize it. So I think if you had dry to normal skin, this might work for you. Or if you have combo skin, it might work because it might just get oily in your T-zone, not the whole face, which wouldn't be that bad. Or I think it might just be because it's summertime outside and that's why it's not lasting on me. But then again, a lot of my foundations do last a good 3 to 4 hours before my whole face gets greasy, even in the summertime. So I'm kind of disappointed with this product. I probably will return this because I don't think I'm going to have a use for it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my first impression review. I may keep this foundation around a little bit longer to give you guys an update later in the month, but I'm not sure because I don't know how I'd wear this in the summertime because it just won't stay on my face. And it just gets too greasy for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first impression. I'm kind of new to first impressions, so I don't know if this was the most informative first impression, but I really wanted to try and show you guys a first impression because I watch them all the time. I think they're a lot of fun to watch, so I thought, you know, why not try making one? And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!